Yep. Welcome back. Another episode of the Press Box. Another day NFL Sunday football. Another day to talk about Saturday L's. Another day to talk about all the great things that are happening for your fantasy football teams as we are getting ready to roll in to the fantasy football playoffs as of next week. If you're in a standard league after week 14, you're going to get into the last three rounds, which is going to be week 15, 16, and 17. Now, some of y'all ain't making the playoffs, which is unfortunate. A lot of y'all might not be making the playoffs, but those of us that have made the good move, that drafted well, that made sure that we got the players we needed to with the draft and worked the free agency wire and all that, we will be thriving. Hopefully, if I can go 3 for 3, I can get a bye in all three of the leagues I'm in. Bama, Trey, how are y'all doing today?
I'm coming off a win. I beat Mr. Early, Mr. Yap Man, Mr. Jonathan Taylor, what's my other boy name? Rico Dowdell. I beat him, you know what I mean, with Jameer Gibbs, man. You know, Jameer Gibbs had put up, 37 points for me, 39 points that week. And then now crazy. He's put up 37 for me already.
Yeah,
so
that was crazy.
Don't look like too bad of a first overall draft pick. You know what I mean? I picked them at 1-2. So don't look like too bad of a pick for me. On another note, got our eye black by Georgia. You know what I mean?
How many rushing yards did you have the whole game?
Alabama don't run the ball. They don't commit to running the ball though. Like
3 yards?
Over and under.
-3 yards rushing the ball?
Our over and under on the whole season always been like 75, 78.
-3 rushing yards?
They don't commit to it.
Commit. That's why you had -3?
Yeah. You got to commit to the run. Like,
let me see how many times they ran yesterday. Let me look this up myself.
No, you can't. You can't.
Bam ain't gonna tell me. Let me look it up.
It's not about stats though. That's why I say.
No, I'm asking. I'm trying to see how many times they ran. Period. I want to know, but you ain't telling me.
It's misleading. It's
misleading to say how many times they ran the ball yesterday.
Yes. Because running the ball and then just running the ball just to say you ran it is two totally different things.
That's interesting. So we go through the stats every week for every team, but not for this one. Yeah, I mean, not a lot. They ran it 16 times. That's not nothing. But the thing is, they threw the ball. You threw the ball yesterday 39 times with Ty Simpson. He averaged 5.4 yards per attempt yesterday. What do you think happened yesterday, man? Because when I turned the TV on, it was 21-0.
They just wasn't ready to play Georgia again. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, when you got a bunch of coaches that don't fit the MO over in the South versus Southeastern Conference. You got a dude that's just happy to be somewhere. Kalen DeBoer. So I'm pretty sure what he was, his game plan was, hey man, we in the playoffs regardless, so we're not gonna go out there with an aggressive game plan and we're gonna motherfucking make sure we get to the playoffs. We had a lot of players hurt. I mean, that's not necessarily the case when you're in the South. Every game is a grudge match, especially going against a team that wanted they lick back from when you beat them the first time at their crib. The defense played lights out. To me, defense played as well as you want your defense to play. Alabama never had plus field position in that game, so it was like you can't really expect the defense to sit there and do everything. I know you will probably have some dumb fans at home thinking that the game should have ended 0-0, but you can't put your defense in unlikely situations and expect them to always save y'all. Bringing back Nick Saban, it's not doing nothing. That's why I just say y'all just be talking. Like, it's just not doing nothing. You still got the talent. You still got the 5 stars pulling up. It's just a matter of finding the perfect fit there to coach. Again, Kalen DeBoer coming from Washington, a place where football really isn't that big, he does not understand the situation that he was in. You see what I'm saying? You getting everybody best shot. It's a very physical brand of football down there. One thing about college, you have to emotionally get these kids invested every week, regardless of, how you feel you might do against these teams. No matter how you feel like you prepared, you got to emotionally get them up for every week. When you see Kirby, he emotionally got these boys invested every week. That's why they look the way they do. Now, we beat Georgia the first time at Georgia. A lot of counter, a lot of misdirection, a lot of trick plays involved. You knew Georgia was going to come out and say, hey, bro, you not finna run none of this trick shit. We finna go to the back, we finna go to the shed, and we finna fight. Now, it's either you go come along and fight with me or you not. Honestly, we don't have a quarterback. He just looks like he was scared, got caught up in the moment. We don't know how to get Ryan Williams the ball. That was probably our only person that could have saved us, And then he been inconsistent all year, dropping shit. But him and Jeremy Bernard, them was the only two that could have saved us yesterday. Didn't have a good enough game plan for him. It is what it is, bro. But
let me read you something interesting, Bama. First CBS Sports. The question of how does the committee handle Alabama? A 3-loss team has never made the playoffs. That comes with an obvious caveat that we're only in year 2 of the 12-team system. But it's notable that all the same, given that number 9 Alabama at 10-3 is fully in the spotlight after a 21-point SEC championship game loss to Georgia. It will be a surprise if Alabama gets left out. In our expert panel, 9 of 9 voters said Alabama will make the college football playoff, though one added with some color, the Tide should not. Former running back Damian Harris agrees, saying on CBS Sports HQ that Alabama is not a playoff team. Here's the deal. Yeah, it was ugly, but dropping a team out in a championship game basically sets a bad precedent and will make teams question participating in the conference title game in the future. What do you mean participating? And then also said at the same time, Alabama will have 3 losses this year, including a double-digit defeat to a 5-7 Florida State team. So
that is true. That beginning loss to Florida.
But that's what the thing was saying. If you want to penalize Alabama for accepting to play in the SEC championship, yeah, because they could have declined because they was hurt. Like half our team was hurt.
Why would you decline to play in the championship?
Because if you're going to hold it against them, okay. So if you're going to hold it against them, if I have to play a game that's going to go against me, I should decline to play and instead let Ole Miss, Texas A&M, or Texas go represent in the SEC.
What do you mean decline to play in the conference championship?
Because
when does that ever happen?
You don't have to play.
I'm saying, when does that ever happen? I'm asking.
It's going to start to happen because if you penalize Alabama right now, if you penalize them,
you lost by 21.
No. Listen. Don't rebuttal. Listen. If you penalize Alabama for losing to Georgia, a team they already beat on the road in Athens one time already. If you penalize them for losing to Georgia in the SEC championship in Atlanta, Georgia, another home game for Georgia. If you penalize them for losing to them, Atlanta. Same difference. Swiper's 2 hours. How far? Do you think they just go like, oh, it's in Atlanta, we're not going? No, it's a home game for them. So if you penalize them for that, Alabama could have easily said, I decline and let Ole Miss, Texas, or Texas A&M play Georgia. If you want to penalize teams for losing, because they're sitting at 6, 7, and they get to chill at home. That's why I tell people they get to chill at home. Teams like Oregon, they chill at home. They don't have to worry about losing their way up out of the playoffs. So it almost essentially like you're penalizing the team for playing an extra game. You see what I'm saying? So
when has this ever been a thing, though, Brody? I'm trying to figure out.
Because last year they didn't penalize SMU for losing. SMU
How many losses did SMU have?
SMU lost to a 9-3. They lost to a 9-3 Clemson.
How many losses did they have
in the ACC championship? They gave them 2 losses.
They had 2 losses last year.
But they had the 58th overall strength of schedule. Alabama has 4. So again, you could bring up the games that we lost, but bring up our whole strength of schedule. We were 10-2.
Let me read some of these names.
Overall strength of schedule, Swiper.
So here's the they have the college football experts with their top 12. So let me see if you and Trey kind of agree with this. Let me see if I can go to somebody here. Y'all like Jake Trotter here, Bama. Jake Trotter's that's a good name for somebody that knows football. Yeah. Okay. There's somebody in particular that you like. We got
I feel like Jake Trotter is pretty.
Okay, Andre Adelson is another one too, but Jake Trotter. He has Indiana number 1. We cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he has Georgia number 2, Ohio State number 3. They fell. Texas Tech 4, Oregon at 6. Oregon at 5. He has Ole Miss at 6. He has Texas A&M at 7, Oklahoma at 8, Miami at 9, Notre Dame at 10, Tulane at 11, and then James Madison at 12. So Bama for you, and there's a few lists on here with Alabama on it, by the way, but they got Alabama at like I see 1 at 9 from Kyle. I see Alabama at 10 for Adam Rittenberg. I see Alabama at 10 for Mark Slavak. And I see Alabama at 10 again for Apollo. And the Alabama for Dave Wilson is at 10 as well. So, Bama, when you hear that list, somebody said SMU only lost by 3.
But it's context to it. They also didn't play one of the best teams in the country. They lost to a 9-3 Clemson. Like, why do y'all have to act like jackasses?
For Alabama,
losing to Clemson
Bama.
Is way worse. I don't care if you lost to Clemson by 1. Losing to a 9-3 Clemson is way worse than losing to Georgia. Georgia's a way better team than Clemson and SMU was last year. Georgia's a better team than Ohio State. They're a better team than Indiana. They're going to put belt on all of them teams, and y'all will see. But y'all will just sit there and gloss over it like jackass. It's like, oh, yeah, bro, playing a team like that twice isn't hard.
What's all the cursing about?
This
is a family show.
I don't care what it is.
You do need to care. It's a family show.
I can
Trey,
say jackass.
No, you can hush up. What you can do, or else I put belt to you like Jordan did.
Remove this nigga, man. When I'm talking about Alabama,
so
not gonna
let me ask this question, y'all. So when you look at this list,
watch your mouth. Talk about Alabama lightly when I'm up here.
Who do you didn't go to Bama either? So
who do
y'all think should be left off this year? So if Alabama makes it, who gets left off? Or if you don't want Alabama to make it, who would you put in their place?
If I was to take a team off, I mean, because you got your conference champions in there that has to play. I mean, it would probably be Oklahoma. I don't know. I don't think Bama gets in there. I don't think they deserve to get in there after that loss, though. Truthfully, I mean, based off how it goes, a 3-loss team does not deserve to get into the playoffs, no matter what it is. I mean, I understand the strength of schedule, but if y'all want to complain about losing the conference game, then
y'all would take James Madison out.
No.
I mean, they've been
none of them group of 5 teams should make the playoffs. This is
none of them.
This is not. This is why I said no. I don't respect it, bro. They go get punished, bro. Like this is not no feel good story, bro. Sorry.
None of them should make it.
Sorry, little bro. Go Power 5, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Go Power 4, bro. None of them group of 5 teams should make it because they're not gonna do nothing. We're just hoping they do something. But this is football. This is not basketball where you can just go down there and chunk a bunch of threes and upset teams you shouldn't upset. No. James Madison is going to have to figure out one game how to move the ball on Georgia. That's not the same in football.
Is James Madison better than Florida State?
No, they're not. They're not.
They're not a better football team than Florida State?
In a playoff situation, no.
That sounds very nasty, brother.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But this is a playoff. This is neutral site, bro. Like, this is neutral site football, bro. Like, they not, bro. Like, again.
What was Florida State record? I forgot.
5-7.
If James Madison had to play Florida State schedule, they will go 5-7 too. All right, my point exactly, bro. So that's all I'm saying. Let Alabama play the team. Well, let Alabama play James Madison schedule.
I mean, they kind of do half the season, respectfully.
No, they don't. They don't, Swiper. No, they don't.
So then you're saying, what about Indiana? Should they be penalized for not playing Alabama schedule?
I mean, where they at? They went undefeated with that schedule. If Alabama would have had a schedule, it would have had a similar.
So do you think Alabama better than Indiana?
Yeah. Again, we had to play Georgia twice. No one else.
They just beat OSU.
And no one else in any other conference had to play their top teams twice.
They just beat OSU, though.
Again, they only play. How many times did they play this year? So follow with me, because
I'm asking.
Intelligence don't help. I can tell. Intelligence.
No, Bama, I have to ask you questions for the audience. No, I know this is emotional for you. I'm asking.
It's not emotional because everybody.
Bama, you're clearly emotional about this. I'm asking, and for the chat, let me ask.
They did not play them twice. Indiana did not play them twice.
I'm asking the chat. Do you think Indiana has been a better football team than Alabama this year? And do you think that Indiana would beat Alabama if they played head-to-head in a neutral site? Chat. That's for the chat. Not you, Chadwick. I'm asking the chat. Chadwick, my dog is looking at me like, why is Bama tripping out? And so I'm seeing that yes, absolutely, yes. Yes. Indiana would beat Alabama. Yes. The question is yes. So it seems like you're in the minority here, brother.
They don't know football.
All these people don't know football that watch our show?
Yeah, I don't care. If you think Alabama wouldn't beat Indiana in a neutral site, that's on you. You're just emotional. Again, any of them teams you want to name, any of them teams y'all want to gag on, if they had to play Georgia twice in a year, they would have met the same fate we met yesterday. If they had to play Georgia twice, if they beat Georgia that first game and had to play Georgia again, every team that y'all love on that list is going to lose to Georgia.
Is Indiana defense better than Alabama this year?
The same fashion.
Is Indiana defense better than Alabama this year?
No.
So even after what you saw Indiana do yesterday, brother, you're still saying that Alabama's better than Indiana. So it's just not about football then on the field. It's more so like conceptually, Alabama should be a better football team than Indiana.
Yeah.
That wasn't impressive what the Indiana Hoosiers did to Ohio State yesterday. I'm not asking the question. I mean, you don't seem to want to give them any credit for it.
10-13, the freshman quarterback couldn't complete a pass with the greatest, so-called greatest receiving core in college football ever. Then you got Ohio State fans down here telling me this is the greatest team they've ever assembled. So okay, whatever, bro, whatever. Y'all said y'all pick and choose. So we pick and choose. We pick and choose what we want to do. It don't matter, bro.
Ohio State's not a great team.
They cool, bro.
They not as great as y'all. Is Ohio State better than Alabama?
No.
Man, come on, Bama.
What? Nah, yeah. Bama fans are delusional.
It ain't delusional. It ain't delusion.
We're as early, bro. We're as early, though.
It ain't delusion. Again, it ain't too many teams that's going to play that schedule, because if they was going to play that schedule, they'll play it. They keep making weaker schedules. You had Urban Meyer up there talking about how they need to take Texas off and add Eastern Illinois. Like they want their schedule to be even weaker.
Hey, Chad, we're not gonna spend too much time here, but I do need to. This is crazy. The fact that he's sitting here telling us in the face after Alabama just got dog rolled, stomped by Georgia, was getting zeroed through 3 quarters, telling us that team is not better than Ohio State, just goes to show you, and especially against Ohio State, they don't have a single loss on their schedule, or even a close game on their schedule that comes close to how bad that Florida State game, Alabama game was. And Bama
they also don't have a game on their schedule that comes close to Missouri and beating Georgia at Georgia.
And Bama did all this talking all year about Alabama, and Alabama gets to the. And now let me say this. This is how bad it is. Alabama. He was talking about Alabama all year. And then they get a chance to play in the conference championship, which Bama thought they were going to beat Georgia yesterday. So then when they don't show up to the game, and they get mopped by 21 points. Now, instead of just conceding they're not that good, he's conceding, man, maybe they shouldn't have just played the SEC championship game then. So he went from they're gonna win the game to, if they get penalized for getting dog walk, they should not play in the conference championship anymore. Do y'all hear how insane that is? So you think that they can win? You think they can win, and then when they get dog walk, then they shouldn't have played in the game because they weren't mentally prepared? Because maybe maybe they were thinking that, like, if we lose this game, then we're not going to be in the playoffs. So then they're like, you know what, let's just forfeit. Let's forfeit in the middle of the game. Let's give them 21 points to spot the middle of the game. Okay, and then they're going to get dog walk the rest of the game. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, so don't lie.
Ohio State.
I told people Bama was probably going to lose to Georgia. Playing them twice in 1 year.
You didn't pick them to lose.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You did
not. Just sit here. Don't tell me what type of Bama fan I am. You don't know what
type delusional. You've been delusional.
I'm not delusional. I'm not
yes,
delusional.
You are.
I keep it real.
You just said they're better than Ohio State.
They are.
You just said they're better than Indiana. You just said they're better than Indiana.
You just want to sit there and be an analyst.
You just said they're better than Indiana.
Like, I'm not hearing that. They are better than those teams, bro. But I sat there and told you, if we got to play Georgia twice, Noah know it for a fact. I said what everybody else said. I said
losing and getting dog walk aren't the same thing. Yeah, right. Bama got dog walk.
I said it. Noah was here. Noah was there when I said it. I told everybody, I don't want to play Georgia again. That was the last team I want to see again. I would play any team in the country. I would have played the Dolphins that day. But I don't want to play Georgia again, because We beat them in Athens in a game where we barely beat them.
What was the score?
It don't matter. It don't matter what the score was.
No, just curious. What was the score of that game?
Beat them in Athens.
I'll look it up.
Okay?
Bama, Trey, see Bama doesn't want to answer questions today?
He don't like answering questions that don't go with his
Georgia versus
what
Bama
I'm trying to tell people is
this
that
season.
pretty much ends up like an NFL game when you have to play a team twice in the NFL.
It wasn't an NFL game. That was the NFL game. That was the Titans versus the Rams yesterday.
You just be talking, bro. Bama and Georgia go back and forth all the time.
What was the score of the first game, Bama?
It happens, though. What
was the score of the first game?
It happens. That does not matter. Did we win or not? Yes or no?
Wait. The way you lose or win doesn't matter? It was 24-21. So just for context, it was 24-21 in the first game. It was 24-21 in the first game. And what was the score yesterday? Bama, or that score doesn't matter. The score yesterday don't matter.
It don't.
So losing to a team by 3 touchdowns doesn't matter?
It don't, because there's more context to that, because we was down 14 first off. Then we had the miss happen on 4th and 2 and turned the ball over right there on the 11. So you go add full context to it, bro. The game was
so why is this not bigger on Bama then? Why is that not a bigger slight on Bama that they gave the game away then?
But at the end of the day, you're not just going to act like Alabama just got beat up out there. It provides more context.
If you lose by 3 touchdowns, I don't know what to tell you. That wasn't close.
All right,
it's not close.
You just scoreboard watching.
Trey, if you lose by 3 touchdowns and you go to a meeting the very next day, what is your coach saying?
You a TikTok highlight watcher.
No,
you a TikTok highlight watcher.
I don't know about this.
He's criticizing. He wants to criticize me and my basketball intellect or my football intellect because he's mad that his team got 3 touchdowns in a game in neutral site.
No, because y'all don't provide context.
-3 rushing yards, and he's like, "Well, if you don't commit to the run, this is what happens." -3 rushing yards.
We only ran the ball 16 times in unconventional ways of running the
ball. You
ball.
wouldn't even answer the question when I asked you how many times they ran the ball.
Unconventional. He said unconventional ways of running the ball.
Handoffs.
Yeah, that shit was corny, bro. Running a motion, and then you put Lottie Brooks in motion, and you hand the ball off to the back on 4th. Like them just dumb ways of running the ball, bro. You get up on the center, you get in pistol, and you run the ball, bro.
Somebody said you a liar, by the way. They don't go back and forth. Alabama's been walking Georgia for years.
No, this is what y'all be lying, bro. In the SEC championship, them shits go back and forth. In the national championship, them shits go back and forth. Like y'all are just lying, bro. Y'all sit here and talk about them regular season games. Bro.
There's no way
when Alabama meets Georgia in the postseason a lot more than none.
What if they can play again now? Can't they?
Huh?
They can play again for a 3rd time this year now, right? And
possibly, yeah. Possibly.
Are you gonna pick Georgia again because you don't want to play them again?
No, Alabama probably will win this one right
Why would they win that one?
Because again, it goes back and forth.
It does.
You don't be listening. Y'all just want to be fans.
I think 24-21 is a back and forth.
Listening.
28-7 is not a back and forth.
Whatever you want to say, bro. Again, we didn't run the ball.
16 times you ran the ball.
We didn't run the ball how we were supposed to run the ball. 16 times
is enough to get more than one.
No, it's not.
You couldn't get one rushing yard in 16
How they was running the ball. That's why I said, bro. When you just scoreboard watch and TikTok highlight watch, bro, you lose out.
That's not a valid criticism for people who do the show with you, by the way.
No, it is. It is.
We're on a football show with you. That's not a valid criticism. Who's y'all? So Trent and Early and Trey and Swipe are only.
First off, we just want to get real nasty right now. Trent is the only nigga I respect. First off, when it comes to college football,
what would Trent be saying if he was here?
Football,
what about J-Rob?
What about J-Rob? But this is what I'm saying. Trent can joke because Trent lived that shit. He understands everything what I'm talking about when I say this stuff. Trent actually lived it. You niggas is just TikTok highlight watching niggas and watch other teams and then
aren't you playing college football right now?
Alabama, what you mean and we just watch Alabama from the highlights. Y'all don't watch Alabama.
Don't you play college football right now? So how you living it? How you living it, Trey?
If I sit here and I show you,
Trey, I played over 40 games in college.
So this is what I got to ask you.
Trey, I played over 40 games in college, so I don't know about like not living it, bro. I really don't.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy for you. We all played 40 games in college. Swiper, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de fucking do.
No, you didn't.
Okay, all right. That's what you believe.
Wait, Trey, I just want for context, by the way. He's saying that we didn't live it. And we TikTok watchers, you in college playing personally. I played all 4 years, started all 4 years, and then with a captain, all that stuff, all conference.
Swiper, me
I didn't live
too.
it.
You act like you the only nigga that had these football accolades.
I didn't say you said
got trophies and
you
shit
said
too.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
They gave me my jersey too.
No, you said you don't know what I'm talking about.
You talking about? You
Bama,
don't. When it comes to Alabama, okay, I'm
Bama,
gonna say it again.
You just said
I'm
that
gonna
we don't
repeat
know what we're
myself.
talking about.
I'm going to repeat myself. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Alabama football.
You didn't say that.
Hey,
did he say that?
Watch
he
it.
Said it. No, he ain't
don't watch
it.
it.
The first time.
I just literally said it. You can rewind it. Y'all watch Alabama from
Trey,
TikTok highlights.
Did we mishear what he said?
Y'all sit there and y'all watch niggas like the Baylor Bears and Syracuse Orange. That's who y'all watch on every Saturday. I watch Alabama every Saturday. I listen to Eli Gold AM radio. That's what I do. You see what I'm saying? I'm a different Alabama watcher than you niggas. I fuck with Harvey Updike and like that. You feel me? Y'all probably don't even know what AM radio is. So I'm not even gonna sit here and let y'all know my allegiance to Alabama, bro. Like I really watch these games. So if I sit here and tell you the way we ran the ball 16 times, it's the most flag football way of running the ball 16 times, bro. You got to sit up here and listen to me. You got to understand and be like, oh, I understand what Bama's saying. Because if you really commit to running the ball, what Georgia made that shit a dog. It was one time where Georgia had 3 tight ends and 2 fullbacks out there. 3 tight ends and 2 fullbacks. What did Georgia tell you? What that sound like Georgia was committed to? Running the fucking football. We was committed to a bar fight. That's what we was committed to do. Not bringing a motion receiver from the wide out position and putting them in the backfield and running a weak ass toss to him.
Hey, hold on, Bama. I got a caller. Can you repeat everything you just said, brother? Hello? Yo, can you hear me? Say it again.
We can't hear it.
Oh, here you go. All right, say it again. Say what you just said about Alabama and Georgia.
I think Alabama is a much better team than what appeared yesterday, but I just think they got handled by a really hungry Georgia team who had blood in their mouth from, the comeback that Bama had on them earlier this year.
Comeback.
And in my mind, Georgia right now is probably the favorite to win the shit.
Do you think Alabama should be penalized for losing this game and not make the playoffs?
No, I definitely think they're a playoff team. They absolutely should be in the playoffs, but they do need to drop, at least a couple of spots, especially since they lost by 3 touchdowns.
Is 3 touchdowns a lot?
For a team that's supposed to be a perennial contender, losing by 3 touchdowns to anybody is not a good look.
So do you penalize? Is that a worse loss or the Florida State loss?
Man, that's a tough one. I think I would probably say probably yesterday's loss maybe be a little bit worse just because the Florida State loss was like, it's Kaylee DeBoer's first game. They're, they're starting the season on the road. Like, they just weren't in their form yet of who they were as a team. I think they were just, not who they were. Now, yesterday, they should be in prime form, and they just ran into a buzzsaw. It's just, it happens sometimes.
Hey, man. That's my friend for 13 years who's he's just like you for Texas A&M. I appreciate the neutral insight. I'll give you a call back later, my friend. Thank you, brother. Well, Bama, that's a much better way of saying it than you don't know ball on your TikTok highlight watchers. Shout out.
Everything he just said, but you just don't like to listen. Everybody want to be funny. So everybody want to be funny, guys. I'm glad you got somebody.
When did we make jokes? You said we were TikTok highlight watchers.
I'm glad you got somebody to say the same exact shit I said. You just mad. I said I think Alabama's better than Indiana and Ohio State, which that's not hard to believe.
Shout out to you, brother.
I can't believe that. I don't know. What makes you say that they better than Alabama? I mean, than Ohio State and Indiana?
Just the schedules alone.
Just because they in the SEC.
Yeah, they don't have to play Georgia.
Okay, so if Bama should get in as a three loss SEC team, what about Vanderbilt?
We beat Vanderbilt.
So
Alabama too garbage to make it, but the teams we beat can still make it.
Should Florida State make it since they beat y'all?
Are they eligible? Are they eligible for the playoffs?
That's interesting. So okay,
eligible.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure you got to get 10 wins to make that playoffs, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
Hey man, this has been a fun segment. I actually love. We should have done more this year. We should start the first 30, 35 minutes talking about college football. Then we can let Bama roll, and then we can keep it going, man. Because
I don't care, bro. I don't front run about my team. What it is y'all get mad because I'm just a Bama fan, bro. I collect my jerseys. I don't bother nobody about Alabama. When Alabama win, I don't bother nobody. In the middle of the game, you got early. He want to call me while the game going on, bro. See, this is what I tell niggas. Bro.
Oh, he did that yesterday?
This is what we don't do, bro. See, first off, this is what we don't do. Because Bama, when Alabama playing, I don't sit and bother nobody, be like, oh, touchdown Alabama. I don't. I just watch the game in peace because that's what I used to do with my daddy. That's how we used to bond. We used to watch. We used to turn the volume down on the TV, turn on AM radio, listen to Eli Gold call the game, and watch the game simultaneously at the same time. My father passed away, so I still keep that alive. I turn on the AM radio. I listen to the Alabama because I don't want to listen to a neutral broadcast. I only listen to Alabama broadcast, and I watch them on the screen. What we not finna do is, oh, Alabama suck in the middle of the game. Bitch ass nigga, bro. This is what we not finna do because I've never bothered y'all while Alabama be winning. It just bothers y'all because I got Alabama jerseys, Alabama hats, Alabama memorabilia, and I never went there. I never played there. I never played nowhere remotely close. I played Division II. That's where it just bothers people, and I act biased. Okay, I say shit like Smitty, the best receiver. Y'all know I just be trolling, but it's just good. It's just good for the content. It's just good for the content because I fuck with Alabama players. If the shoe possibly could fit, I'm going to put an Alabama player right there. If we talk about receivers, you better believe I'm going to bring Smitty up. If we talking about receivers, since Bryce been doing good, you better believe I'm going to bring that shit up. If we say anything about defense, you better believe I'm going to bring Surtain up. And it really irks niggas. So now what they do is, while I'm watching the game, they want to tell me how much ain't shit Alabama is. This is what we not finna do, bro, because I don't do it to y'all. I just come to a neutral venue, and y'all know who I like. Hey, man, I like Alabama. I just show up with all my Alabama shit on. You feel me? So you can't be mad at me, bro, about just me liking a team, bro. That's just a team I chose to like. You see, I shared it with my father, my uncles. We the same way we like Alabama. This shit is indebted to it. My cousin played cornerback for Alabama. I had another cousin play receiver. My other cousin ran track. Other cousin was a gymnast for Alabama. I just didn't have the size or maybe the talent to go there like my other cousins did. But I'm a real diehard Alabama fan, but I don't bother nobody about Alabama. It just, when it comes to certain stuff, I'm going to make sure Alabama gets added in there because I am a Bama fan through and through. You can't make me mad about Alabama missing the playoffs when I came from Mike Shula, Dennis Franchione, Mark Price. Nigga, we was losing to Lawrence Maroney and Marion Barber in the Music City Bowl. When we had to motherfucking run tackle over and tackle throwbacks to beat Oklahoma State in the same Music City Bowl. Like, bro, I remember all of this shit. So you can't really make me mad with the, oh, if shit they get in or not. No, bro. But it is, bro. When I say something about Alabama, maybe you should listen. Listen, because I'm giving you what it is. So, I mean, take it or leave it.
Monologue.
Oh, damn time.
Yeah, W monologue. Like, that was completely unnecessary. Wasn't needed at all. Definitely respect that you and your father got to watching the games together. That's a big deal. But, man, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You said some egregious stuff. I'm not going to lie, the last 30 minutes. Towards your friends, by the way. Towards your friends. And then you said some egregious stuff about Indiana and Ohio State and all that. Towards your friends. But it's cool. All I'm saying is W monologue. That had nothing to do with anything that we was talking about or why we were so critical of you and this Alabama bias. You be going on talking about nothing. If Alabama don't even make you mad. Bama, you've been upset this whole show. You got so emotional. You attacked us over Alabama, talking about you don't get emotional about it. You don't care. You definitely care more than anything else. Care a lot. And matter of fact, the chat knows you care a lot because they were commenting on the things that you were saying. So everything you said, past the truth about you and your beginnings, that was pure, unadulterated, saucy glaze. That's what that was. And again, great. They probably will still make out the playoff because it's Alabama. And I doubt the college football committee is going to keep their precious blue blood Alabama out of the college
Almighty
football playoff.
Detroit, every school in the South racist. Whoop-de-fucking-do. When I talk about HBCUs, nobody don't get hype about that. Andrew Body. Like, fuck out of here. Every school in the South racist. Nobody, I don't hear nobody talking about HBCUs like that.
Yeah, it's fine to care. Stop disrespecting your homeboys. If I ask Bama for an apology, he's going to go on a tirade. So I want to ask him for an apology because he'll go on a.
I'm sorry, Swiper. I'm sorry.
Look at him. Look at him. Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to hurt y'all feelings, bro. I didn't mean to attack you.
Right. He said you don't know what you're talking about. Like you ain't reading playbooks every day.
I watched the game on TikTok clips.
Because you gotta, bro. You know how many Alabama games I missed when I was playing, bro? Like I missed a lot of games, bro. Like you can't watch every Alabama game.
I'm watching Alabama play Georgia though for the SEC championship. I think everybody's watching that game. That's not a game that people just watch.
It was a great game. I have fun. I
might have turned it off a little bit later towards the end, but
hey, I do know this, Bama. Number 5, dropped 2 of them. 2 tubs yesterday. 2 of them.
Brooks dropped one. Ryan dropped one.
One in the left corner of the end zone and one in the right corner of the end zone. Dropped both of them. Now the last one got tipped. But definitely he dropped both of them.
Don't worry, we got Shedeur coming. Shedeur go catch those. He's 6'5". He'll catch
next
them.
year they'll be better. Now, given everything y'all know going into since it's the last day of college football, really into the playoffs, who's winning the Heisman this year now?
Probably Pavia. Got to be Pavia or Marcel Reed. They're the only people that have put up Heisman numbers so far.
How you feel, Trey?
Yeah, I would say Pavia. I mean, I don't know about Mendoza.
If Mendoza won, that'd be the weakest numbers ever for a Heisman.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I mean, I feel like Pavia. Like, I just don't know, man. It just throws me off, man. How old he is. Like I feel like he's just non-deserving, but he is deserving at the same time.
So looking at the odds right now, Fernando Mendoza is a minus 1,600 to win the Heisman after their win yesterday. 1,600.
Really, Jeremiah Love really deserves it.
Yeah, I'm looking at
deserves it the most.
He's at a minus 1,600, and then Vanderbilt's quarterback Diego Pavia, his odds fell to plus 800. So they're basically saying it's no chance he wins. And then Jeremiah Love is at plus 5,500, and Julian Sands at plus 6,000. So they're saying Mendoza is winning the Heisman, y'all.
Yeah,
I just feel like his stats are. I mean, they're I don't know. They're just kind of mediocre to me for a Heisman winner.
But 13-0 at Indiana, y'all. I mean 71% of his completions, 3,100 yards, almost 32, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he's ran for 826 yards and 9 scores. So altogether, he's at basically 4,000. Well, he's at 4,000 all-purpose yards, and he has 36 total touchdowns. So that put in better context his numbers?
I mean, like I said, Adrian McCarron came in like 4th when he put up numbers like that. So it's like, if those numbers are good enough to win now, salute.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Ohio State games, like something Randy said in the chat, that probably did it. You beat Ohio State head-to-head like that in the Big Ten championship.
I mean, I guess so, bro. I'll give it to Pavia.
You think Simpson was going to get it? Or maybe a few weeks ago, did you think Simpson had a chance to get it?
I'll probably say Pavia. Pavia or Love. They've been my favorite. They've been my favorites for the
Jeremiah Love. So he it's not a running back.
Carries. I don't think they gave him enough carries.
So he'll win the Doak Walker.
He averages 7.1 yards a carry though.
At Notre Dame, that's crazy. Rodriguez from Texas Tech. Hey, Texas Tech man looked good yesterday. Like since we're on the football now, but they're a good team, bro. I did not see that coming from them.
What's the old boy from South Florida too? He been good too. Byron Bynum.
Mm-hmm.
He been putting up numbers too.
Minus 1,600 is crazy, y'all. Like on another website, he's minus 3,000 and Pavia's plus 1,400.
Archman it probably
looks like he got that on lock.
Is this when's the last When's the last time? What's the weakest Heisman we've seen in the Bama in recent years?
It's gonna be this one, bro. Literally.
No, I'm saying outside of this one though. Because I'm trying to think.
They tried to cry about the Mark Ingram when Mark Ingram, Toby Gerhardt,
09?
and the Ndamukong Suh.
Was that 9?
Yeah,
that was a good one though.
I think that it was too.
Gerhardt was cold at Stanford. People tripping.
But they were saying it was weak because the Ndamukong Suh should have won it because Mark Ingram only had like 1,600 yards, but. Granted, I feel like, bro, the numbers Mark Ingram put up in the SEC, Toby Gerhardt put up some crazy numbers, and Stanford was winning. I don't know, bro. I liked 09, but I remember they used to cry about that one.
I'm trying. What's the actual winner though? That like was weak. I don't know any. I was playing college football 09, so I knew Mark was going crazy at that time. So I mean, I was fully on board with that. Who else was weak? Trey. Trying to think because this Mendoza one is going to look interesting, like relatively.
That's going to be the weakest one, bro.
Peyton Manning. I mean, obviously you got Charles Woodson, and then from there you get into the Tim Tebow, Reggie Bush, USC, Matt Leinart era, Vince Young.
The only one I'll probably say is Sean White, Oklahoma, but he put up crazy numbers.
He was going nuts that year.
Yeah.
I'm legit. Hey, chat. If y'all remember somebody that was a weak Heisman winner, because this Mendoza is probably going to go number 1 overall, Bama. So I'll say that. Now I will say if Mendoza goes number 1 overall and then he goes to Cleveland or whoever and he's good, I think people will look at it differently.
Maybe.
Somebody said Eric Crouch, but again, that's another one. At Nebraska, he was it. He was the system. That's the only reason they were good. Marcus Mariota, 14 was crazy. Jameis Winston was crazy. Cam Newton, Robert Griffin, Sam Bradford in 08, one as a sophomore. He was crazy. Tim Tebow.
Manziel was crazy.
Maybe Troy Smith. But I don't want to be disrespectful to Troy Smith. Troy was a baller.
He was balling though.
Yeah. So that might be it. That might be it. Troy Smith, Jason White, Eric Crouch. Oh,
Jason White, yeah, Jason.
That's what I was gonna say. Jason White for Oklahoma.
No, it might be Chris Winkie, y'all.
But that's kind of nasty. 94, that's such a different era.
Yeah, but looking at these names, it could be Danny Werfel. Again, he was also really good at Florida.
Yeah, because look, they ran the running gun because that was the first time we saw shotgun and all that when Danny Werfel was at Florida. That was with Steve Spurrier.
Gino Torretta at Miami. Ty Detmer, Brigham Young.
Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Maybe honestly what it is, Bama and Trey, the Heisman winners are so good as of late. They're such good college players and such good pros that kind of might be skewing our view a little bit of the Heisman Award. But Mendoza, I think, can be a good quarterback in the next level. Charles Woodson went over Peyton, and Randy was insane. But again, if Charles Woodson didn't play offense and was not a kick returner, he would not have won that award. But he was just
and Michigan was good too. Though.
Yeah. And and again, the same thing as Mendoza that's going to win him the Heisman. The moment that won Charles Woodson the Heisman is when they beat Ohio State.
He got 2 picks. Pick 6, and the game was close. The game was 10-7. It was close game, and them picks really sealed the deal.
Somebody said Johnny Football in hindsight. No, brother. No.
You can't factor in what they did in the NFL. Yeah, At that point in time in college football, Johnny Football probably was up there with Steph, Usain Bolt. He was the
NIL. Yeah. And at that year, he would have been the richest college football player of all time.
Probably ever. Because he was already floor seats at the Heat games and shit. Bro, he was... Johnny Manziel was unreal.
Trey, I don't know how old you were and
I probably was I wasn't that young when Johnny was playing.
Bro, he probably would have earned 100 M's at Texas A&M NIL.
I know. I remember seeing that one picture in the club when he had the money. I already know it. Look, that was my dream as a kid growing up. I can't wait to live like that.
Bro, he got suspended for half a game for what? The end zone. He started.
He got suspended for half a game for what? Autographs, Bama?
Oh yeah, he for money. Memorabilia for money.
But then remember Todd Gurley got suspended for what though? Half the year?
Todd Gurley, a lot of them Ohio State boys, Terrell Pryor and them, DeVar Posey, they gave their jerseys for tattoos. College football was
They
way
kicked
different back
Trey.
then.
I don't know if you remember that. They kicked Terrell out of school
Bro.
for selling his own jerseys, bro.
Trey, it was during the time of college football, bro. We had to wear gray jerseys, gray gloves only. Like that shit was so weak, bro. Like we couldn't have colored gloves, none of that shit, bro. Like
it was crazy.
If it wasn't for Oregon like was the ones who got them to lift that weak sanction off with the gray gloves only shit. Like,
but every team had to do gray. Like
every team had to do gray.
This was
gloves.
like Bama. This is probably like this was pre us too though, because I wore color gloves in college, so this would have had to been like early 2000s, mid 2000s, and then Oregon came.
Never knew that. I never heard about that ever.
Cause remember, if you go look at the Alabama tape from back in the day, they all had gray gloves on. Yeah, and black shoes.
Bama still don't play about black shoes. You only can wear black cleats at Bama. They still don't play about that.
Yeah, man. Somebody said, did we talk about Lane Kiffin?
Oh, Todd Detmer. But I don't know. Todd Detmer went crazy.
At BYU. I brought that one up. But Gino was great at Miami, though. Like, I wasn't mad about that one. Miami was on the scene. Bama, do you want to, Trey, do y'all want to talk about this real quick? How do y'all feel about the Lane Kiffin situation?
I respect it, bro. At the end of the day, bro, nobody wants to be in Mississippi, bro. Like that.
Bama, hold on. Okay, not from that angle. I'm asking from as a player or as
but I'm just saying Forrest with the respect though. At the end of the day, like they was nothing before he got there. You feel me? They go back to being nothing. The dude wants to go to a spot where he's competitive, like he's going to be in a competitive situation to possibly win a national championship. Being at Ole Miss, where you can get good players one year and then they go to another school like Ohio State the next year.
It's more so about the way he did it is what I'm asking.
They forced him to do that though, Swiper. Like the AD at Ole Miss was tripping. Lane Kiffin, whole thing, he was going to stay all year, coach them through the bowl game. And then he's gonna go off and
Mississippi's a fine place to live, by the way.
But why would you, as a player, if my coach told me he was gonna leave after the season and go play somewhere else, I wouldn't want him to coach me and finish off the season.
Why not though?
Because you build a certain type of connection with your coach, man.
But you're gonna leave to you're finna leave Trey. You're finna leave to LSU with him. Like it's not like, oh, I'm the top player on Ole Miss. Now I'm going to be stuck at Ole Miss. No link. Come on, bro. Let's be smart about this.
But at the end of the day,
you're about to dip with me. And then that's another thing too that's about to screw Ole Miss, because you know the school year is about to get ready to start up again by the time the playoffs roll around. So Lane Kiffin is going to get those kids to transfer, and they're not going to play in a playoff game at all because they're going to go to LSU and enroll in LSU. Ole Miss shot themselves in the foot by making him make a decision early, because he's going to take those kids, that running back, that receiver, them quarterbacks, he's going to take them and make them transfer to LSU. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if you was a good player on Ole Miss and you still got eligibility, you're just going to be on LSU now. What he was doing was finishing the year out. Even though you was going to be at LSU, I'm going to coach y'all because we made it to the playoffs. But the AD, he's up under some impersonation of he really thinks Ole Miss.
Well, no, remember, it's a part of it's the recruiting stuff too, because because this is recruiting window this week.
Right.
So if he would have stayed, then he wouldn't have done any recruiting for Ole Miss. So it's almost like they had to move on in this window just simply because of the recruiting era. And now they did talk about that on the national level too. Like if the recruiting window wasn't right now, then he could have stayed through. But it's the fact that like you're now working for LSU, you're recruiting on behalf of LSU. We have to get these athletes in here. You have to go. Otherwise, like everything is, going to be up in the air. We're not going to get any of the kids that we need. It's just a mess. So I think the timeline for the NCAA, the money stuff, the penalty, but Bama, is this worse? Is this Lane Kiffin situation? Is this worse than the Saban LSU Alabama thing?
Saban did that with the Dolphins, though.
Yeah, I know, but remember he went LSU, Dolphins, and then Bama, but it was kind of like
he even talked about it. He only went to the NFL because he felt like he had something to prove. He said he regret leaving LSU because he told LSU he wasn't going to leave for the Dolphins. When you get to the Dolphins in your 2 years pretty much he ran Ricky Williams to the dirt. That's one thing I will say. That's a scratch on Saban's legacy. We could we could talk all the good things about him, but I will say Saban kind of was dirty for how he did Ricky Williams. If y'all don't know, Ricky Williams had 1,200 carries in the span of 2 years in the NFL.
1,200 with a 12?
Yeah, it was like 11 and some change. Pretty much 1,200, bro.
Wait. I don't remember that. It was that many, bro.
It was that many, Swipe. It was.
Bro, he ran for
2 years.
So he ran for 313, 383, and 392, and then retired. So like that's
with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
with the Dolphins, right?
So yeah, well, the first one was New Orleans. The last two were 383, 392. Then he retired. Then he came back in 168. But Bama, yeah, damn near 800 carries.
He ran Ricky Williams to the dirt. Even that fullback from Auburn, what was his name?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Health. He was talking about how during practice, Nick Saban used to make them run full gashes. If anybody don't know what a full gash is, it's half the field down, back, down, back, down. So that's a full gasher. When
you said what?
So half of the field.
A full gasher was four times.
No, it's 5 because you end off on a different side. Like them, the old school full ones. Them the nice full ones when they make you go down, back, down, back. Like I had a coach, bro. He was horrible, bro. The real full ones, like, is down, back, down, back, down. The fullback was talking about how Nick Saban made them run them shits until the boys was like passed out in practice and shit. Like, he really ran it like it was college, bro. That's why he didn't work out in the NFL. So once he saw like all the pushback he got, that's why Nick Saban cleared the NFL. And a part of it too, he didn't get Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't pass the physical to go to the Dolphins too, so he didn't get a good quarterback. So a part of that, it's like a lot of mixture of stuff. But Nick Saban didn't fit. So he goes to Alabama. So that has nothing to do. Now, if you say he shouldn't have left LSU for Miami, I feel that. His part probably is at LSU.
This point right here, college football needs to make a hiring window that doesn't affect the football season. Bama, it doesn't make any sense that you're running the circus where you got coaches leaving mid-season or on a chance to win a title or a chance to go to the playoffs or a chance to win a bowl. That's crazy. They limit the window for athletes, but then it's not limited for coaches. For me, that's dumb. Like, everything has to be a system that you cannot do that. Because, again, Bama, as an athlete, and Trey's currently here, that situation, all that makes it is difficult for the students and the athletes that are there currently. Because most of them, Bama, aren't good enough to just transfer wherever they want. Like, 90% of them aren't. So they're sitting there stuck. They came here for Lane or came here for Mel Tucker or came here for Nick Saban. And then you have to, or Frost, remember Frost when he left. Like, I feel like, bro, like you should have to stick through the contract until the end, and then you get to the end of December or January, and then you can make a decision. You can go do what you got to do. But like, yeah, doing it in this situation is just ridiculous to me. Like, what do you mean you're going to the playoffs, dog? What do you mean your coach is leaving?
And that's what I'm saying. Especially
this is what a lot of people don't understand. The NCAA.
Let Trey finish that real quick. I'm sorry, because
as a player, like when you playing under a coach for 5 years, right? I mean, Lane Kiffin got to Ole Miss in 2020. When you're playing for a coach for 5 years, you get recruited there, you work out there, you work up, and your final year as a senior, you get to play and you have a chance to go win. You have a chance to go to the playoffs, and your coach is talking about leaving. Like, that just leaves a bitter taste in your mouth as a player. And if you saw the tweets from the players, you see what they were saying. They weren't happy. They weren't on Lane Kiffin's side. They weren't understanding. They didn't want Lane Kiffin to coach them through the playoffs after he said he was leaving, and that was a team player-led decision. So I feel like that has to be taken into account too. Like, okay, yeah, you have to go. I understand you got to go chase the money. The AD doesn't want Lane Kiffin to stay any longer, because why would you let a coach stay at your school and recruit the coaches to come to LSU, recruit the players to come to LSU while y'all still trying to make a playoff run? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like as a player, I wouldn't want to leave and go with Lane Kiffin to LSU as a player. I wouldn't want to trust in him and believe in him as a coach after I just gave him my all and we just had a great winning season and now he's dipping. And Lane Kiffin, this is not his first time. I mean, he's all the teams he's left has been a dirty leave. All the teams.
What, the Tennessee to USC, Bama?
I ain't gonna say it's been a dirty leave.
The Raiders back. Like,
he wasn't as good as a coach. He got fired.
No, but I'm saying, but what did Tennessee, USC? Was that the first one?
Tennessee was bad. USC didn't let him back on the plane.
Yeah, that's right.
He got fired, bro. Like, a lot of them, he wasn't as good as a head coach as he is today. Like, so, like, we all have to have a chance of growth. Now the situation, I agree more so with Swiper. Before we blame Lane Kiffin, I mean, it's like the window. It's like the window thing. Like we need to figure out a window where it makes sense for everybody. But at the same time, if I'm at a school that's gonna be inferior to schools in the conference, why wouldn't I go to? If I have a chance to go to LSU and literally be a rival to Alabama and Georgia, why wouldn't I take that? You're not gonna get the recruits you need at Ole Miss to be a contender versus those schools. So it's like, why wouldn't I take that? Like, I mean, that's just a no-brainer. If I get a chance to coach at LSU, Michigan, Miami, Florida State, any of those schools, any of those like blue blood schools, like you will be a fool not to take that. It's a cutthroat game. It is. It's been a cutthroat game, though. Like, it's been a cutthroat game.
I
like,
don't know, bro. I just think it's just like when you go to a kid's room though, like when I got visits from coaches, like in my couch, my family comes over, there is a certain level of commitment that they make to you. You know what I mean? Like that, like I'll make sure your son's taken care of, to put their best interest first. Because obviously, you're not just taking my child as an athlete, you're taking my child to grow into a young man. So I expect there to be a level of accountability and integrity. I do think, brother, there is something to Bama. Like, it is a business, but at the end of the day, bro, like it's not just about that though. Like there's so many other layers to your job. And I think when you individualize it down to like it's simple, getting another job, getting this and that, I'm just like, it's a dirty Berkey business. Now somebody said players are getting paid now. Then Marley, that was it. That also changed the game.
I mean, I feel like as a player though. As a player getting recruited too, like when you see now Lane, I feel like Lane Kiffin image is now diminished, especially as a recruiter. Because as a player, if I'm a 5-star, you come in and you sitting on my couch telling me you committed to me, and I'm like, come on, Lane, come on, Coach Kiffin. Like I didn't seen what you done. Like I know.
Wait till that Georgia job open up. He gone.
Right. It's like I'm sitting at you like, okay, so you're committed to me. It's like, okay, I don't want to hear the bullshit. Now I feel like what you're saying to me is you're lying. You're sitting on my couch in front of my family telling me how you want me to be the best player, how you're gonna give me your all and pour your all into me, and I know the real. Like I didn't seen it, so I feel like that also kind of diminishes his image, especially when it comes to recruiting.
But honestly, though, that's on you as a player, though. First off, we all know this. No, this is what I say, bro. But you gotta have somebody in your circle, bro. First off, bro, this is a business, bro. Like I don't know. I feel what y'all be saying, bro. Right. That shit be nice.
You hard on kids, bro. These are 16, 17-year-olds in the house.
Man, I just, bro, man, my daddy's just.
Not ain't you though. It's not you. Not you. Not your situation.
Bro, at the end of the day, bro. At the end of the day, you need to know as a player, a school won't invest $1 in you unless you're worth $3. So you need to know your worth before you try to sit there and put your worth off on the coach, bro. But so what you need to do and what you need to tell yourself, okay, bro, whether I'm here to go to the league or get a degree, I'm going to use you guys how y'all are using me. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the mindset of what you need to, because it's a business at the end of the day, bro. We ain't seen this before. How many times did Brian Curley tell them dudes at Cincinnati, I wasn't leaving, just for them to go undefeated with Tony Pike and them, and he ain't even coach their ass in the bowl game? At least Lane said, hey, bro, I wanted to coach y'all. I could have did y'all dirty like Brian Kelly. Don't tell y'all nothing and leave in the middle of the night. That was the whole shit.
I wish we could auto stream the selection show because Bama, I feel like you're gonna.
I
don't care, Swipe. If we make it, if we don't, bro, like we lost. Like, bro, it is.
Now you do care. Don't Bama, don't do that. You do care.
I don't, bro. I don't, bro. I don't. It is,
bro. Bama, stop lying.
I'm not lying, bro. It is what it is, bro. Like I promise, it is what it is. But
Notre Dame, Miami. Who makes it in? By the way,
Notre Dame got more money. I think that's what it. I think honestly, that's what that should be boiling down to. Because why did Alabama move up to 9? I think they want to make sure all the teams with money get in,
or worth the most money get in. Right.
That's why I said, bro, just lead them group of 4, lead them group of 5 teams out, bro.
Since it is 12, y'all, you know what? I say trade, Bama. Y'all did a great job. You know, I had to get it out of Bama because Bama was trying to, he's trying to come up here reading all some quiet stuff about the game yesterday. We got an hour of college football in that was super engaging. I do want to ask y'all as we transition. Did y'all get a chance to watch the games? Well, let me not ask it like that for the sake of the audience. So you did get a chance to watch the games, NFL games, obviously, on Thursday. The first one I want to ask y'all about is obviously the big one that took place. One of the big ones that took place. That Detroit-Dallas game, bruh. I was maybe a CD was there, Bama. It could have went a little different, but the Lions, bro, when Jahmyr Gibbs gets in his bag, y'all, like they're tough to stop, bro.
That offense looked scary today. I mean on Thursday. I ain't gonna lie. But
it ain't even that, y'all. Y'all so nice with the Cowboys. This is what they do. This is what they do when they have expectations, Swiper.
Sure. No, that's
every
true.
time the Cowboys have expectations. This is why I had to leave. This is why I had to leave that abusive relationship with Jerry Jones, because they'll get your emotions in it. They'll get the Quentin Williams. They'll get the George Pickens. The offense will look potent, and then right when you put all your faith in them, right when you're ready to bet $100 on them to win the game.
Ooh, this is a good one right here, Trey. On the top 100 players that come out this year, is Jahmyr gonna make top 10?
This year?
10?
This year?
10?
He should. That'd be a crazy jump. What was he last year? Like 70 something?
Well, yeah, he put him in that high last year. I feel like 20 would be top 20 would be like.
Yeah, I think he'll probably be like top 20, because top 10 would be a crazy jump. But
the best back in football this year, I'm trying to think who else it would be. Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's making top 10 this year.
Is Gibbs, Allen? I mean, Gibbs, Taylor, Bijan,
James Cook.
Based off the top 10, it'd probably be Saquon again.
Nah, Saquon ain't making it, bro.
He ain't got the
You know how
he's been bad this year.
But you remember, like, when Patrick was that last year or the year before last, they still put Patrick Mahomes at like 5 or 6.
But that was the playoffs that got him there. Remember? Saquon, if he goes off in the playoffs again, then yeah, he can. But remember, the votes are up in December, so like this, they vote now. They're voting now in this month, and then from there, I do think Gibbs has been crazy, y'all. I think Amon-Ra is crazy, bro. They probably have like Trey. I don't know where Amon-Ra and Gibbs would be like as a duo, but excuse me, they'll be up there.
I don't care about that whole team, bro. That's why I said, well, I can't say nothing though, because I already said Goff is just a mid-tier quarterback. But I think they need a better quarterback, bro. Like
they do.
To make that not that Goff is bad, but I think you to maximize the team as much as you can maximize them with Goff.
It's a game manager versus a game changer.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Goff or Kyler Murray next year if you could?
Shit.
Goff. I'm taking Goff over Kyler Murray. Just because I know what to expect out of Goff.
I think that's the thing, though, bro. Like I like Goff too, but he just can't move, Trey. When he gets pressure, bro.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, with the Lions offense, though, they don't really require him to do a whole lot.
Maybe they do in the playoffs, though.
You need to change it up. But I think what the problem is with the Lions is when you go against a good pass rush or a team that's going to put some pressure on Jared Goff, that's when the game starts to look ugly. That's when we're talking about, all right, what are the Lions doing offensively? Yeah. Like it's real. It sounds nice against the Cowboys, but let's not forget the Cowboys' pass defense. Their passing defense is not the best. It's not great at all. It's never been that great this whole season. They got Quentin Williams. Their run defense got a lot better. Mm-hmm. Their run defense got a lot better up front, especially. But I mean, at the end of the day, the Cowboys' defense is still not very all around good.
I will say this though. I'm glad for. I ain't gonna say I'm glad for Amon to get hurt, because I don't want to say I'm glad for nobody to get hurt, but I'm thankful for the opportunity. So now we can see how good Jameson Williams really was. Like Jameson Williams is top 10 receiver worthy if he has the volume. If he possibly gets that volume, his skill set is nasty. His excel and decel is crazy though, Swiper. Like the way he get in and out of breaks is crazy.
No, for sure.
The way he get it, but that's what I'm saying. Just based off of how he get in and out of breaks, I feel like he could be a top 10 receiver. The volume, of course, is going to have to meet. So you could probably say he's top 20 right now, whatever the case may be. But if he got that volume, if he got those looks that you gave Amon-Ra, I think, you know what I mean? Like,
he just can't do what Amon-Ra can do, though, man. I feel like Amon-Ra is just so constantly, like, bro, he's so good. He's so
You don't
sudden.
think how dangerous he is as a deep threat overrides what?
Not because the only thing he doesn't have is like vertical speed down the field, but literally everything else he's elite at. Everything. He has better hands, better route runner. He's stronger. He's better after the catch when yak. Like he's elite. He just ain't got like burner speed.
No, that's definitely true.
But red zone too I'm giving honestly in the league, Amon-Ra, I don't know how many receivers I just taking over him in the red zone. Period.
Amon-Ra top 10 for sure.
And
Garrett Wilson's not better than Amon-Ra.
Garrett Wilson, he's good though, but yeah, he definitely shoot. I mean, I don't know Ohio State receiver where he would rank right now because is he better than Marvin Harrison?
Garrett Wilson? Yeah, he probably better than Marvin Harrison right now. I don't know. Because y'all talking about the thing is what y'all do with Marvin Harrison, y'all talking about the potential, bro. Like, but his mental gotta catch up too, bro. And Marvin Harrison mental really not there.
As soon as Marvin Harrison get another quarterback, bro.
Yeah, they both got two tough quarterback situations, so it's hard.
I think Garrett Wilson a little bit more smooth than Marvin.
So people, Bama, they keep asking me about this Pickens thing. Let me say this, Bama and Trey, you can respond to this.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But here's the thing. I actually don't know if he was loafing. I haven't seen the all 22, so I never want to say somebody's loafing because loafing is the worst thing you can do in football outside of like PIs and all that. Like loafing is like right underneath that.
He was loafing.
But here's the thing, bro. Like people are so quick to want to like not hate on him, but like bring up like all this like character stuff with him, bro. He's been a top 5 receiver this whole season, carrying that offense with and without CeeDee Lamb. So I guess Trey, for me, I don't want to just like I haven't heard his coaches come out and say like, oh yeah, he didn't do what he was supposed to be doing this whole game. So I just don't want to like, excoriate him for that. But like I can understand if people feel like he wasn't as good as he should have been.
No, I'm not gonna lie. As a person that's trying to, or as a player that is trying to get his money next year, I feel like when CD goes out, you got to be like, oh, it's my time to go. It's my time to shine. That's how I feel like that was the big thing. It wasn't that he was just loafing. Because, I mean, we've been watching George Pickens since he was on the Steelers. George Pickens has always been like this. Like, he has his games. He has his moments where he's a great player. I'm not saying he's not. He's a great player, but he is emotional. So I would say that does, play a little factor. But, like, at the end of the day, you're trying to chase your bag. You're trying to prove that you're a wide receiver one, that you need to be getting paid that type of wide receiver one money. So when CD goes out, it's kind of like, okay, George Pickens it's time to go. And when he didn't go, it was just kind of like especially for Cowboys fans, they're hoping to see GP beat it.
Is there anything to you that the way that the Lions had typically run mostly man defense, but because of the corner issue, they went zone? Like, do you think that had anything to do with it? It was more they were just bracketing George Pickens and it just kind of took him out of the game a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, especially once CD goes down, you're obviously going to start putting more players over there towards wherever George Pickens is at. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, you can get separation, you can get open. Like we know what it is. I mean, George Pickens has been getting bracketed all year, as much as CeeDee Lamb too. They both get bracketed. So at the end of the day, it's just about performing. It's about getting open, giving effort, and he did loaf on a couple of those plays. And the fumble was bad. I mean, He really runs with the ball loose all the time, so I'm not surprised to see him finally fumble the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, like.
But he was trying. But that play, I think he was trying to fight for extra yards.
Yeah, he was trying to fight for extra yards, but still, that's you just carrying the ball loose. Like that's not a spot.
I'll accept George Pickens before I accept somebody like Jared Judy doing what he did, though.
Okay,
I'd rather take George Pickens doing what he
because Judy ain't prove nothing.
Judy, but that's just Judy. I mean, you talking about the fumble?
No.
How he was
talking. You know how he was getting mad at Shedeur and all that.
Yeah. Well,
because it's so much stuff. Like I don't know. Like you said, Swiper. Yeah. Loafing is the worst thing. I got too much respect for the game to be loafing, but what you're gonna get from. I don't know. It's tricky, bro. Because if he wasn't the second best receiver in football this year, would we accept that? You see what I'm saying? What if George Pickens was having a top 15?
Randy Moss had loafs having a top
20 year.
And that's a criticism, by the way. It's not an excuse. Randy Moss had loafs.
But what I'm saying is, what if he was having a top 20 year instead of a top 5 year?
I mean, then I'm saying like it would probably be a bigger story. Well, it's already a big story now. I guess for me, I'm on the opposite side. People are making it a big story, but it's like he's been. I don't know how many receivers have been better than him this year. So it's kind of like he showed up every other game, literally the Eagles game and this game. Only game he wasn't like phenomenal in. And then the Denver game, but he was, he had like, he played versus like the best secondary in football. Like, I just feel like George Pickens this next week, they play Minnesota, Bama. I expect versus Minnesota, Isaiah Rodgers, when he sees George Pickens, nightmare. About to be nightmare time.
And they about to put pressure on Dak.
Yeah, bro. I think George about to go off this week, bro. Personally, did the Lions make the playoffs, Trey? Like, are they guaranteed to make the playoffs at this point?
I don't. Let me look at the division real quick.
So they currently have remaining. The Lions have, they have Los Angeles, the Rams. They have Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and Chicago remaining, and they had already played Chicago, and they beat Chicago earlier this year, 52-21.
Okay. So is it? I mean, it's gonna be hard. I think they're really kind of hoping that the Bears can lose, and they can beat the Bears, and the Bears can lose. But this play, I mean, we knew going into the season that the NFC North was going to be scary. I don't think we expected the Bears to be as good, but we knew that coming into it was going to be scary. It's hard to say. It's a dogfight right now, but I think the Bears might be able to get in and win the division. I feel like that's solidified. I don't know, man. It's hard. What do you think?
Well, I personally just don't think the Bears are all that good. I still, if you told me to vacuum, I'll take the Packers and the Lions over them. The Packers and the Bears play today, so we're going to find out a lot about both of those teams. I don't think Packers have been great all year either, but they're -6.5 at home. We'll get to that game in a little bit. Man, the playoff picture is just really funky because that loss to Minnesota Vikings that they had earlier to J.J. McCarthy, that's probably it's laying them down a little bit. But if you look at the NFL playoffs picture right now, let's see. They are at
What, Lions are number 8?
The Lions, they're currently sitting at
Or are they 7?
8, and they're 8-5. The Niners are 9-4. They're on a bye this week. At 6, you got the Packers, and they're sitting at 8-3-1, but they beat the Lions twice. And then obviously the Bears are at 9-3. But if the Packers beat them, the Bears will fall to 9-4, and the Lions will be at 8-5, and they'll have a chance to not only get another game on them, but get 2 games on them to essentially because they'll have the tiebreaker over the Chicago Bears should they beat them again. So that'd be the most ideal outcome for them.
I see them getting in because I think the Packers will beat the Bears. I think the Packers will beat the Bears today, and then the Lions should be able to go in there and beat the Bears. But honestly, though, I've counted the Bears out in a lot of games, and they've been able to win in the clutch moments. So it's hard. As much as I want to count Caleb Williams out in the Bears, but Ben Johnson, man, he's doing his thing, man. He has that team ready to play, and they're going to get the job done. It might not look the best, but they're going to get the job done at the end of the day. So I can't count them out all the way. Yeah, if I had to pick it though, if I had to say it right now, I say the Lions don't get in the playoffs.
Man, I want them to get in the playoffs because I like watching them play. On the other side, I'm going to look at the 49ers schedule, but we got to obviously show some love. I don't know about y'all, but I've been cooking on Splash Sports as of late. I'm telling y'all, like, if you want to get into like some good business of doing this more or less game with them, it's been phenomenal, y'all. I don't know if we got anybody. I don't know if we have anybody in the 50K Survivor Series yet, or still, but boy, I can't believe the Chargers cost me versus the Giants in like week 3. That was unbelievable. There's a $15,000 weekly pick'em that's still going up. You make picks on every game. You compete against other fans, not the house, and climb the leaderboard. So if you want in, the link is in the description and pinned to the top of the chat, or scan to the code on the screen. Reminder, you got to be 18 or older to play, 20 or older to play in Massachusetts, Iowa, Arizona, Louisiana, 19 or older to play in Alabama, Virginia. Terms apply. Paid partnership. Come run it with Player's Choice on Splash Sports and turn those picks into real cash prizes. By the way, chat, if you haven't already got in here, there are 246 people currently watching live. Make sure y'all tap in. By the way, we're sitting here right now in a great situation because I put 3 of them up today. 3 of them up. So my Splash Sport picks of today. The first one, y'all, I got Josh Allen for 272.5 pass yards today. I got more for Josh Allen. They played the Cincinnati Bengals, 272.5 pass yards or more. How does that sound?
I sound decent against the Bengals. The Bengals defense is shitty too, so they should be able to do that.
Now they might run the ball today though, so that's the thing.
Yeah, I was about to say they might run that ball. That's what it's looking like. That's what the Bills' offense has been running the ball.
I'm hoping for a Josh Allen masterclass, like 4 or 5 TDs today. All right. The next one, I got Joe Burrow, 23.5 or more completions. So the line it's at 23.5. I got more, 23.5 completions today.
Well, yeah, we know they're not gonna run the ball, so.
And then we got Josh Jacobs, 0.5 rush TDs. More versus the Bears.
Wait, you said Josh Jacobs over 0.5?
Yeah, over 0.5 rush TDs.
Yeah.
Now, some people are bringing this up, the weather. So I thought about this. Now, they have run the ball better with Joe Burrow in that game. But my question is like, I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball well enough, even though the Bills' defense has been susceptible to the run. I don't know if they run the ball enough that's actually going to make Joe Burrow not throw the ball. Because, y'all, what I did last week is I actually said Joe Burrow, I think I said less on the attempts last week, and then he ended up throwing the ball 46 times. I think the number was like it was like 36 or something last week. And I said less. I was like, no way they're going to get into the game one and throw the ball that much. He threw the ball 46 times. And so if you look at Joe Burrow's game this year, he threw the ball 23 times in the first game. He threw the ball 13 times in the game he got hurt in. And they threw the ball 46 times last week. So some of them, I'll say them again. I got Joe Burrow, 23.5 passing completions more. Josh Allen, 272.5 rush and reception yards. So I meant to say rush and reception. So dual rush and reception yards. I got Josh Allen more than 272.5 rush and receptions. And I got Josh Jacobs for 0.5 more rushing touchdowns. Chat, let me know what y'all think about that. Again, so this is assuming that you're going to get about 220 yards passing or so from Josh Allen. But I think this is the game they run the ball as well. But let me check the weather currently in Buffalo and see. Let me see. If you go to Splash Sports right now, you go to Quick Picks and you go to NFL and you go to passing and rushing. So right now, y'all can get Josh Allen at 270.5, more or less. And it's dropped 2 yards over the last 2 days. Somebody said, yeah. Somebody said Josh Allen and Jacobs will lock. The only one I don't feel super comfortable about is the Josh Allen one, but I absolutely think Joe Burrow's going over 24 completions.
Yeah, the completions, that's easy. I feel like Josh Allen might not get. I feel like they might run the ball heavy. I think that might mess it up with his passing yards.
Yeah. Yeah, some more that y'all can look into. Matter of fact, let me just share this with y'all since we're doing just whole Splash Sports, and we'll get into the rest of these games here in a minute. Like I said, it's really easy to use, y'all. Let's see here. Go to the share screen so y'all can kind of see where we are and see what the app looks like. Share the stage. Let me see. Trying to find the best angle to play this at. Bama, you back?
Yeah, my fault.
No, you good. Let me go back to this one. All right. Hopefully this is easy enough to read, y'all. So if you look at Splash Sports right now, this is where you can look and see where to pass rush attempts, rushing touchdowns. Bama, if you had to build something for today, what are you looking at for today?
For today, let me see. Let me increase this.
I got Josh Allen at 29.5 passing attempts. That's definitely a. Somebody said T. Higgins or Ibuka today. I don't know.
See, like them passing attempts, Kirk Cousins 33.5. I'm going less. Aaron Rodgers 31. I'm going less. Tyrod Taylor 28.5. I'm going less.
This is one that's an easy one right here. The Broncos can't run the ball right now, so he's throwing the ball a lot. Jacoby Brissett throwing the ball a lot. These are two right here that if I had to build this more right here, that's something I would look into right there. Oh, and then Devon Achane.
I probably said it's going more.
Devon Achane 121.5 versus the Jets.
What's that receiving and rushing?
Yep. He's been at Look at this. He's been at 225, 165, and 134 the last 3 weeks.
This is where you go less right here.
Woo! Let me see. Let me see the Jets.
Less.
They played the Jets. He had 99 rush yards versus the Jets, and then he had 2 receiving yards per Jet. He was at 101 last time he played the Jets.
It's definitely a less type. I like Tyler Algier. I like the Tyler Algier one.
For which for what? Which one?
I mean, if we on the rushing and receiving, I'll probably go Tyler Algier.
I don't even think he's on here.
He was 35 and a half.
Oh.
I actually like that for him. Actually, I like him for an anytime touchdown, but 32 yeah. 32 and a half. I think Tyler Algier. Quentin Judkins, I think he hit that 93 and a half.
Quinshawn, yeah, that's definitely possible. They're playing versus Tennessee too.
Lane Kiffin recruit that just up and went to Ohio State because why would I stay at Ole Miss? Do you think if Lane Kiffin was at LSU, he leaves to Ohio State?
Kareem Hunt, 46 and a half versus the Texans. He's their number 1 back.
I'll take him for the rushing, not the receptions, though. Just straight rushing with Kareem Hunt.
The rushing for Kareem Hunt is 34 and a half.
Definitely might hit that.
This is one that might hit right here. 23 and a half for Patrick Mahomes. No offensive line. Yeah.
The one that might hit Swiper. Hold on. Oh.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I don't see the little board no more.
Let's see. Splash Sports board. Here you go. Which one?
Vidal.
Oh yeah, but Hampton is back today, or he's out. Is he out? I thought he came back.
I don't know. I was just saying, even if he is back, that 34 and a half look good though.
No,
they say he out though.
Yeah, but I thought Hampton just got cleared. Let me check. He got activated 20 hours ago.
Honestly, any running back in the Greg Roman system, I'll take that.
Let me see. Omarion Hampton. Anybody in the chat? Y'all heard different? Because I thought he was playing.
Cool.
Omarion Hampton.
Yeah, I thought he was playing on bro.
Yeah, I thought he was activated.
He wouldn't. I don't think he was on the thing saying he wasn't gonna play.
Well, it said it's out on Splash, but I'm trying to make sure I ain't tripping. Because somebody in another league picked up Vidal, and I tried to get him, but
oh, he on injury reserve.
No, he was on the injury reserve.
Right.
Look at Ian Rappaport said the Chargers are getting Omarion Hampton back from a fractured ankle on Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah, it says he's questionable, but he still remains on injury reserve.
Wait, but around the NFL just said the Chargers plan to activate him today. He will. Yeah, Jordan Schultz said the Chargers are activating rookie Omarion Hampton. He will play Monday night versus the Eagles. Man, what? Anyway, all right, let's get to the predictions for the week, y'all, because we've been talking a lot about a lot of different things, but there's a crazy NFL schedule today. Bama and Trey, I can say I think this is the most important week of football we've had all year. Is this correct?
Yeah. For playoff standings, everything.
So we already had the Detroit Lions versus the Cowboys, and obviously the Lions won that game. But if you're just checking out kind of where we are, and I can share the screen again with the audience so y'all can kind of see what everything is looking like right now. So here's the slate for today. We have Seattle versus Atlanta, Cincinnati versus Buffalo, Tennessee versus Cleveland, Commanders versus Vikings, Dolphins versus Jets, Saints versus Buccaneers, Colts versus Jacksonville, Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, Denver versus Vegas, Bears versus Green Bay, Rams versus the Cardinals, and then we got the Houston Texans Sunday Night Football versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and then the Philadelphia Eagles versus Los Angeles, y'all. So first game, Seattle versus Atlanta. Seattle's a -7. No Drake London today. Is this going to be a nasty game, or is Seattle going to win outright?
BTA.
You think so?
Yes, BTA. We already know what Seahawks are doing, man.
I ain't gonna say BT. I ain't gonna say BTA. I think Seattle win. I think if I'm gambling though, I'll take Falcons with the points. What is it? 8.5?
7.
7. I'll take the Falcons with the points. This is one of them games where it might end up being a lot closer than what we think. One thing I've been noticing with the NFL a lot, for some odd reason, it's addition by subtraction. Every time, they lose a key player or a team lose a key player and be like, oh, bro, they should be bad without these guys, they end up doing very well. I don't know what that you could attest that to.
That's weird. That is true. I noticed that. Because
you remember when the Cowboys first lost Micah Parsons, they go out there and win the game. There was a few other instances where other players got hurt, and them games was just way close. That's why I would say I don't think the Falcons will win money line, but I think they probably cover the spread.
Somebody say, would you rather play in 100-degree heat in Miami or a snow game in Green Bay? Snow game in Green Bay any day of the week.
100-degree heat, bro. Swiper, you tripping?
No, snow game.
You like the cold?
I grew up in Colorado, bro. That's nothing. Like, you can control that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can go put a coat on. You can't do anything about being hot.
Bro, you can't do nothing. It's way worse being hot. And when it's cold outside, when you go out there, you don't feel nothing when you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I like watching the other team look hot. Them boys be over there, squirt, got the towels out. I like that, bro. Like, because that's how you can really win games, bro. That's how you really win games.
Dominic TV, yeah, I do. They can't run the ball right now, so he's throwing the ball everywhere.
Yeah, this should not be a close game, man. My Seahawks should go out there and do what they're supposed to do. Get them boys out of there quick. It's a 1 p.m. game, right? Yeah.
I think Seattle wins this game, but all right. Next game we got Cincinnati versus Buffalo. I can't tell y'all how excited I am. I'm so excited to watch this game, y'all.
I didn't bet on that one. I stayed away from it.
Stayed away?
Yeah.
I think the Bills got to win, but I think Cincinnati got to win. The Bills got to win, but Cincinnati got to win. This is the must-win.
That's why I stayed away from it, because I could see Josh Allen wetting the bed versus Joe Burrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because Joe Burrow is like damn near just good enough to beat him, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I stayed away.
Who do you think wins today?
Probably Buffalo.
I think Buffalo gonna be able to run the ball all over Cincinnati, and that's gonna just make the game easy for Buffalo. Like, when you can run the ball easily, you can just turn around, get the ball to James Cook, and let him run down the field. I mean, the game is so easy from there.
So somebody asked for their schedule. So they have Buffalo today. The Bengals have Baltimore next week again, and that's at home. Then they got Miami, Arizona, and Cleveland. Bro, they can win all these games, y'all. The Bengals got an easy schedule.
Let me see the schedule. Yeah, that Cleveland defense though.
So y'all think the Bengals go 9-8?
They could. They already beat they're undefeated with Joe Burrow this year. They already beat the Ravens and the Browns this year.
Got to play the Ravens again. Well, Lamar probably hurt though, so they'll probably beat them again if that's the case.
Somebody said Franz Wagner getting carried to the locker room. Yeah, I just saw y'all. Thanks for the notification. That's terrible.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going with the Bills to win this. I think it's gonna be a good game for sure, though.
Yeah, I'm taking. You know what? I'm taking the Bengals. I want the Buffalo to win because I want them to go to the Patriots next week and have a real chance to win the division. But I want to see the Bengals fight it out for the end too. That could make that Baltimore game that much better.
I'm really trying to think, bro. But does the storyline really align with the Bengals winning it out, though?
No.
Like, does that make sense for the storyline, though? Like,
well, yeah, because remember where the division is, bro. Like, they can win the division at 9-8 this year. If the Ravens beat the Steelers today, Then they play them again next week, and they win again next week. They'll be 2-0 on the Ravens. They can beat both. They have the Steelers. They beat the Steelers, I think, already. Yeah,
they came back. Yeah, they did. That was Steelers. I don't know how they lost that. Oh, bro, that is
so
crazy.
The Bengals.
They swept the Steelers.
No, they're 1-1 versus
they won
Pittsburgh. So they got a 1-1 versus Pittsburgh. They be 2-0 versus Baltimore. If they beat Cleveland, they'll be 2-0 versus Cleveland, bro. So like there's a very real world where they're 9-8. They make it in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean it's kind of nasty. Burrow hadn't lost at the start of this year, which 3 games, so whatever. Right now, Bama. I'm looking at the college football playoff ranking. I see Alabama made it at 9. So they got Indiana 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3.
Yeah, we play
Texas Tech 4
again.
Oregon's at 5. Ole Miss is 6. That's great. Texas A&M is 7. That's really good.
Georgia really finna put a belt on all these niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
They win again?
That's if Nick Saban is it, man. Kirby smart as Bruce Lee, bro. Like that just
Miami
every time I
10.
see them, bro. Every time I see them, it just look like an old Alabama, bro. Like I hate to say it, bro.
So that mean Notre Dame gonna make it at 11?
If they
Miami made it.
Miami made it?
Yeah. Oh, they're going. So James Madison or Tulane gonna be out.
Good. I don't want to see them, bro. Like nobody cares.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the kids that play at those schools. They want to be there.
Wow.
They earned the opportunity to be there.
Be better, bro.
They did be better. They dominated.
They didn't dominate, nigga.
Just like the best quarterback. The best quarterback in college football don't even play at a Power 5.
You're right. He played at Alabama State.
He played at North Texas.
HBCU.
He played at North Texas.
Oh no, the dude at North Texas is not better than Andrew Body at Alabama State. Andrew Body gonna be the truth. Andrew Body gonna be the truth.
You know how much money Alabama gonna pay that kid out of North Texas to come play for them next year?
You talking who?
How you say his name, bro?
You talking about? He is not finna go to Alabama over Keelan Russell. Keelan Russell is the truth, Swiper.
Yeah, let me look.
If Nick Saban was the coach, yesterday Ty Simpson would have got benched for Keelan Russell.
His name is Drew Mestemaker.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Drew Mestemaker. So I don't know. I'll announce who's making the college football players as we roll, y'all. So up next, we got the Cleveland versus the Tennessee. This is the toilet bowl. So I'm taking Cleveland. Everybody going Cleveland in here?
Yeah.
I hope Shedeur goes crazy so he can show exactly what you missed with Cam Ward. Exactly what you missed. I like Cam Ward too, but they really acted like there was a huge gap between those two players in the draft. But I hope Cam Ward does well too.
Well, Shedeur got drafted in the 5th round. They thought it was an extreme gap.
Trey, and Bama. You get one guess. How many passing touchdowns does Cam Ward have this year? Chat, don't look it up. Y'all don't look it up. Trey first, Bama second. How many touchdowns has Cam Ward thrown for this year?
This year, probably like
4.
8.
You saying it like it's low.
Now I said it like it's nothing. It's close to 20. Now let me say it like that so that way.
I really don't know, bro. I really have no
I'll probably say like 8, bro.
Chat. Tulane made it. I told you. Tulane made it. Yes, sir. Bro, that means who about to be out? So James Madison and who's up, Bama? What's the last school?
Notre Dame. If Tulane made it, that means Notre Dame finna be out.
Ooh.
Because look, I don't know. I'm behind a little bit.
Yeah, he has 7 touchdowns thrown this year.
I said 4. I was close.
I told you 8.
I know. I said it so abruptly. It made it seem low. I should have said it a different way. 7 touchdowns, Trey?
That's outrageous.
JMU made it.
He sounded like he in the JMU locker room.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. The reason why Notre Dame didn't make it, because every time Notre Dame do make it over teams that should be in, Notre Dame go out there and stink it up. Like, I will say that. So
That's true.
the committee probably tired of Notre Dame. It's like, hey, bro, go get in the conference. Y'all do this every year. I mean, they best win was who? Because all their ranked games they lost.
First out is Notre Dame, y'all. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad. But you know what, Bama? This is why this is a good thing, bro. I'm so sick of that blue blood nonsense. Because remember when the playoffs first started, they kept hoeing Power 5 teams. Mm-hmm. And even if you were a Power 4 team and you didn't have the blue blood of some of these other teams, they would keep you out. This is how college football deserves to be. Forget all that other stuff, bro. Like if you win and you dominate, Tulane had good wins. They're 11-2. Jaden Madison, good wins. They're 12-1. They deserve to be there. They did everything they were supposed to do.
They don't swipe them.
Yeah, they not. Bama, stop. if you play college football and you win games, you deserve to make it. Forget everything else. You deserve to make it.
Yeah, but what y'all not understanding, bro? Y'all
who's y'all
experience off on it. What it is, what this playoff boils down.
That ain't. It's not about first round exit. Yeah, all these bro, six of these teams is going to lose in the first. Half the teams are losing in the first round.
How much you want? I will bet y'all any type of money. Oregon clears 20-something.
So wait, hold on. So in this, so Madison and Alabama are playing first. Who's playing first?
Madison and Oregon is playing. Alabama play Oklahoma.
So what? Okay, so Alabama go out in the first round and they lose by 14 points. Now what?
Okay, they lost.
Not you. I'm saying in general, did they not deserve to be there for losing by double digits?
But I'm just saying, the last time Alabama lost to Oklahoma, they lost by 2 though. Like we've already seen them play these quality opponents.
But then you just
James Madison. This is to think. Okay, this is what I said. To have
who does James
good
play?
wins, to have good wins, to go to playing Oregon. Like just think about that.
So wait,
I got good wins, and now I play Oregon.
Bama, who all has Texas beat on this list?
Texas beat A&M.
Yeah, they did. They just beat them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So Texas beat A&M. They beat Oklahoma. They beat Vanderbilt. They lost to Georgia, just about as bad as Alabama did.
Alabama beat Georgia. We didn't lose to them until the SEC.
No, Alabama got dog walked by Georgia yesterday.
Yeah, in what though, Swiper?
They beat Texas A&M. They lost to Georgia. They beat Vanderbilt. They beat Oklahoma. I mean, they didn't beat half of them. They never beat a few teams in there. Yeah, I'm with Bama. Notre Dame need to join the conference. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Like I don't care about this. They've been getting away with this for decades, Bama. Decades.
Yeah.
Wow. Tulane and James Madison made it. Wow. That's great. That's great for the sport.
JJ McCarthy, he's playing, right?
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh shit, he shouldn't play.
No, he should. Whoever they had throwing the ball besides him was horrible. I forgot his name.
Bro, back to Rosemary. Yeah, that was a tough game, bro.
He needs to get cut.
No, that was his first game though, bro. Like I'm not.
That was not an NFL quarterback type performance.
JJ ain't really got one either. To be fair, like a whole game.
He got something better than that. That he looked like he was.
They showed JJ McCarthy stats. He's actually worse than Jamarcus Russell.
I saw that. I saw that on my feed.
Worse through they first what is it like first like 8 games or something like that?
It was the
10
first
games.
You went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame don't want to share their revenue. Well, guess what? You get to share a ticket at home. Fuck out of here. Go join the conference, bro. Go join the conference. If everybody else got to play in the conference, so Notre Dame should play in the conference too. But at the end of the day, nobody wants to watch a team from the Sun Belt lose 66-0 in the playoffs just because it feels good. Like,
hey, Bam, one of my favorite moments ever was when TCU played Ole Miss and put the absolute belt to butt on Ole Miss. That was one of the best things.
You know what?
I remember
One of
watching.
my unfavorite moment was when TCU played Georgia and got obliterated.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been in that game. That was the worst college national championship I've seen in I don't know how long. They shouldn't have been.
But
in
that's
that
what
game.
you want when you keep putting teams like Tulane and James Madison in there.
Okay, but
That's what
Baylor
y'all
wouldn't have did that though. So Baylor should have been. I told you how I felt multiple times. Baylor absolutely should have been there. I don't know what to tell you. Finish these games out. Minnesota versus Washington. You do have the crown prince is back today. Jaden Daniels is playing today. Do the Commanders beat Washington? Or sorry, do the Commanders beat the Vikings today?
Yes.
But the Commanders beat who?
The Vikings.
Oh, Minnesota.
I'm saying yeah. The reason I'm saying yeah is just because of JJ. I do not believe in JJ McCarthy or this Vikings offense. I mean, the Commanders really haven't looked too much better, but I'm buying in. I like to in games like this. I like to go with the better quarterback.
Well, you see, Marcus Mariota played well last week. Now they had a perfect game plan and it worked. Yeah, they had a perfect game plan. He balled.
He played good for a backup quarterback.
He played good for a starting quarterback. But Mahomes didn't even play that well versus Denver.
No, that is true. That's true. Against that type defense too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jettas, by the way, is 200 yards away from 1,000 yards. He's at risk of. Well, he's not at risk, but he's at risk of not having his first 1,000-yard year. By the way,
I could believe it.
That sucks, man.
The ball. Honestly, kudos to Justin Jefferson, man, because receivers nowadays, when you ain't getting the stats you want, you would be hearing them all in the interviews after the game. You haven't really heard nothing from Jettas. He's been, keeping his head
I mean,
down.
what are you gonna say? Y'all see it, bro. Like that boy is garbage.
We watched the Philadelphia Eagles and AJ Brown go say something in that.
But it's different because Jalen Hurts is an MVP caliber quarterback. Not saying that's what I think, but I'm just saying MVP caliber quarterback, Super Bowl winner. So of course I could talk to him because I feel like he should be a lot better. But JJ McCarthy, that would just be adding insult. If you would Trey, if you went to the media and said that's just kicking a dog while he down. Like, come on. You know he's been so bad, you ain't gotta say nothing, bro. Like you could just point. You could just do that Shannon Sharp that. Look at him.
Yep, right here. Hey, how much y'all want? 2 first rounds and we good? We locked. Come on over.
They're gonna win the house.
That's cool. I'll do it. And we got New York versus Miami. I got Miami winning this game. This is the Jets versus Miami.
I want to see Jettas in Carolina.
Okay, well, he's not going that.
Him and Ted, that shit'll be
right
crazy. Jettas and Ted will go crazy.
Who you got, Miami versus the Jets?
I got Miami.
Yeah, Miami. Next up, we got Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. I think we're all going Tampa Bay here.
Yep.
And then Jacksonville versus the Colts. This is going to be a crazy game.
I went Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, I think the Colts have a horrific record versus the Jaguars. Horrific. And on top of the fact that the Colts starting quarterback has a fractured fibula. Bro, I think they might lose 3 straight games, y'all. I think the Jags win today. And by the way, the Colts are favored.
I think the Colts probably finna miss the playoffs.
The Colts are favored in Jacksonville. So neutral site, they'd be a -5.5. The Colts are favored in Jacksonville, y'all.
After watching Daniel Jones last week, man, he looked like he couldn't move at all for real.
At all.
He couldn't move at all. I'm going.
I'm telling y'all, Coach sliding for the Texans. Texans go make the playoffs.
They've lost 10 straight in Jacksonville, Bama. What? 10 years? Oh my gosh, I can't. T-Law, I don't love the way he plays either, y'all, but he's still.
Yeah, I'm about to say this is a risky game right here.
T-Law is like a 6'6" Bryce Young. When he plays well, he plays well.
That's funny. That's kind of true.
When he plays garbage, boy, they are garbage.
So that means y'all the Colts will drop to the wild card if they lose today, and the Jacksonville Jaguars will improve to 9-4. What a year for Jacksonville.
Do the Colts got to play the what you call again?
Yeah, they got to play Texans again.
Yeah, they finna miss the playoffs.
And then you got Jacksonville versus the Colts. Then we got Baltimore versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baltimore's a -5.5 at home. Steelers got trounced last week by the Bills. What do y'all think?
I'm taking Pittsburgh with the points.
Is that your upset of the week?
I wouldn't say it's an upset. Lamar just struggles against Pittsburgh, though.
Yeah, he is not healthy right now.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh lack of run defense was gonna hold them. But I feel like if the Ravens could get this run game going, which they should, with how the Steelers' run defense has been looking, then I feel like it would be an easy game for Lamar and the Ravens to punch this one through. That's why I agree. Lamar Jackson has been playing iffy, but when you can run the ball, you can run the ball over a team. It just opens the pass game up more. It just opens everything up more, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen in that game. Because when I watched when Pittsburgh played the Bills last week, man, they was just toting that rock down the field, just toting the rock on the Steelers. So
I love seeing Notre Dame fans mad. By the way, it's just. I'll never the Catholic versus convicts is seared in my brain, and I'm never gonna forget that thought.
But that was kind of made up by white media after going and seeing where Notre Dame is.
You talking about the school?
Yeah, it's like
that wasn't made up. That was actually happening. That was they were.
But the media,
we can't get lost. We can't get lost. We gotta go through this.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I feel
we
like
gotta do another episode on that.
Media driven type thing.
And then we got Las Vegas versus Denver -7.5. I think Denver wins. I would like for them. Yeah, I like them in the cover. They've been playing well. Bo Nix is playing well lately. Over the hat. How about this? More or less, Denver 5. Actually, Denver 4.5 sacks today. More or less.
More. That's a crazy line.
I think this game gonna be close too.
Yeah, it could be.
Last time they played, it was close, wasn't it? Then it wasn't like 10-7.
Yeah, that was right after they played. They played 3 days later after they played the Texans, and the Broncos beat the Texans by 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Bo Nix has been playing well, y'all. He's made a bowl lever out of me as of late. I hope he has a great game today. I don't know if Max Crosby playing in this game. Let me check.
Facts. Broncos been surviving games, though. And it's
That's
like
not a bad thing, though. That's not a bad thing.
It is, but it ain't though. Like, yeah, of course you want to win, but it's like, bro, I don't know.
They got a better. They're a better version of the Eagles this year. That's what they are. They're a better version of the Eagles. That's exactly what the Eagles been doing. They've just been losing, and they've been look worse on offense with much better talent. So it is what it is, y'all. I mean, I think they win, but the thing is, Bama, if you got to come to Denver and play playoff games, I'm sorry, like I don't. That's just.
Yeah, I will say y'all got home field advantage.
Yeah. And then we got Green Bay versus Chicago, y'all. Man, I want to be
Chicago,
but here's the funny thing, Bama. -6.5 seems kind of steep for a Green Bay team that ain't really putting nobody away this year but the Lions. I don't think they win by 6.5. I think they can win, but it's like a 24-26 type game.
Yeah, I think it'd be a close game. You're not gonna go out there and just stop on the Bears.
I think Sis finna go out there and be like, period.
But
3 touchdowns.
The Bears might outright win though, bro.
Yeah,
there's a world where they outright win.
Yeah, I think they win, bro.
Trey, who you got?
I'm taking the Packers just because of how they coming off from last.
Wow,
week.
wait, the Vegas Denver line just moved to 8.5, by the way. So it went up one point, and then the Packers line's at 6.5. So they're that's tough, bro.
But I don't want to count this Bears team out because, like I said before, every week I almost count the Bears out, and they figure out.
I hate watching
and Trey, these niggas is like 10-3,
Don,
bro. That shit
you rooting for,
messed my head up.
Yeah, I like you fuck around, look at the schedule, like damn, they 9-3.
Yeah, bro. Like
they've been winning close games.
I don't know what it is, bro. For some reason, I thought they was like 7 and something, but the seed that they 9, I was like, damn, they actually might be legit.
I forgot the statistic, but like Caleb Williams got a lot of clutch.
Bro, he's had the middest of mid years this year, bro.
But okay, I agree with that. But his game winning drives as a QB,
he been playing
football. Clutch moments is huge.
Yeah, he been playing winning football.
Yeah,
no man, bro. The running game has been carrying that whole offense all year.
I agree.
He's got a 58% completion this year, y'all.
When it's time to make a play in the clutch,
man, y'all talking like y'all acting like he Bo Nix. He ain't Bo. He ain't Bo. with that.
He ain't who? Bo Nix.
Bo Nix got 5-game winning drives this year.
I think he cleared Bo Nix. So.
I think he better.
No, he
than Bo
don't.
Nix.
He had not been better than Bo this year. Y'all stop it.
Okay, yeah, he hasn't been better.
And Bo doesn't even have a running game, bro. Like he has a legitimate great running game this year that's carrying him.
Listen, I still know.
I ain't gonna say Bo ain't had no running game. I think Bo running game had hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bo ain't had a run game last 2 games. Oregon's favored by 21 and a half.
This is the same Denver that's barely putting points on teams.
All right. The next up, you know what, bro? I want to go with Green Bay in my head, my heart, but like some of it, Chicago. I think my upset of the week, Chicago Bears versus Green Bay.
I wouldn't
upset of the week.
Randy Ball, they probably won't even let y'all bet on that game. Watch what I tell you. Vegas probably not even gonna let you bet on that game.
You got Arizona versus the Los Angeles Rams. Arizona is a 9.5 dog in this game. Who do y'all got winning?
Rams, obviously Rams. I think the Cardinals. No, I don't got them covered.
Hey Trey, but if I told you that Jacoby Brissett don't care about that pass rush, there could be an upset alert here. There could be an upset alert. I'm not saying they do, Trey.
I'm not.
But they just lost to the Panthers.
Okay, the Panthers are legit. That
they were 11.5 dogs at home.
All right, that's true.
But people are underestimating the Panthers, though. Swipe. I even told you, bro. Like a lot of those games that the Panthers was winning, Bryce was playing garbage.
What you talking to me? I've been watching more Panther games than you this year. I'm with you.
But the Panthers is a good team in general. Not quarterback. Like if we exclude the quarterback, they're a good team.
Let me see what the Cardinals schedule. Have they got blown out? They lost 20-17, 27-4, 41. The 41-22, and then 40. So you think they'll do this today, like 44-22 type?
Mm-hmm. I want probably 27-17.
I think they put up a bunch. I think the Rams.
Man, Matthew Stafford about to pad his stats today. That's what he's gonna do.
I think the Rams gonna pop them. It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, I got the Rams too. Now Kansas City, Houston. I am laying all my money that I would bet today on Houston Texans to beat Kansas City. No, 3 offensive linemen are out. Y'all, they're giving them 3.5. You know why? Because you get 3 for being at home. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro.
Texas is gonna be ugly. And I will say, if Patrick Mahomes gets this done,
what's that gonna mean? You gonna overrate him again?
What you mean overrate him?
No,
you can't overrate Patrick.
Yeah, you can't
overrate Patrick Mahomes.
He's not been the best quarterback in the league again this year for the third straight year.
But if he plays well, though, like he instantly goes back to the best. Come on, Swipers.
What do you mean instantly goes back to what?
The best quarterback in the league.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't played the best quarterback.
Who's the best quarterback in the league?
No, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's the best quarterback in the league right now?
This year has been either one of Dak, either him, Stafford, or it's been Drake May. Those are the 3 best quarterbacks in football this year.
But the last 7 years, who's been the best?
You're doing 7. I don't care about 7. I said we had this conversation going into the year.
We're sitting here, we talk about Drake. We're talking about Drake May being better
this year,
Patrick Mahomes
this season.
Because of stats.
Because of one season trade. That is so crazy.
He got one win versus a team that scored 21 or more points this whole year. One win. His best games are versus teams that are in the dirt.
Swiper, you're turning Bronco orange right now.
No, there's no orange. This is who's playing better this year, Drake May or Patrick Mahomes, Trey?
Okay, Drake May is statistically playing.
No. Don't say statistically. Who's playing the quarterback position better?
As people that watch football, we know statistics can tell you a long difference.
Wait, so are you saying that Drake May is not playing better than Patrick Mahomes this season?
I agree. He's playing better.
That's all I'm asking. That's all the conversation is.
But that is just so nasty.
Is Matthew Stafford playing better than Patrick Mahomes this year?
You got strength of schedule, everything plays.
Okay, is Matthew Stafford, who's played versus more over 500 teams than Patrick Mahomes, has he played better than Patrick Mahomes this year?
Absolutely.
Okay, Dak Prescott, who's played against multiple teams over 500, has he played better than Patrick Mahomes this year?
Oh, no.
They just played each other.
No.
They just played each other.
No,
I can't disrespect Patty like
that.
Y'all, man, I'm telling y'all what. Y'all so protective of men that would never ever help you. Wouldn't put a fire out if they had a bucket of water. They had a bucket of water standing next to you. All right, last game, we got Philadelphia Eagles versus Los Angeles Chargers. I want the Eagles to win, but boy, oh boy, they've been ugly all year. Y'all. Now, Justin Herbert got screws in his left hand.
Yeah, I'm about to say his hand. Yeah, I'm going Philly. I'm going Philly to try to pick things back up and get the ball back rolling after that Bears loss.
Here's the thing. Swipe don't have the same energy for Burrow. Lamar Jackson's been trashed the last 4 games. He's had his worst 4-game stretch of his career. Last 4 games. Guess who's been talking about it? Me. The thing is, I can be honest about this. Y'all are weird. Josh Allen's been mid for a lot of this year. Y'all are weird about Mahomes.
I'm not saying that, Justin.
Yes.
But it's so with me. So with me personally, I can't speak with nobody else. The fact that the dude got 3 Super Bowls, 3 MVPs, bro. Like
Mahomes only got 1 awful game this year. What was he versus Denver? What was he versus Denver this year?
Context though, Swiper. His
I'm sick of you. What was he versus the Chargers this year?
Is his team not old?
No. Oh, his team. They're favored in every game of the year. They've been favored in every game this year, and they're favored every game after this.
Because of Mahomes.
No. As soon as they got Rasheed, this is how I know y'all lied. As soon as they get Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy back, everybody said they're finna be unstoppable. They walked into Denver with both of those players and Kelsey and got cooked.
For you to say Mahomes,
and on top of that, he was trash.
What about
against the Buffalo Bills?
But Swiper, that month of October, he was not.
No, how about this?
October.
His back-to-back worst games of his career damn near came versus the Bills and Denver in back-to-back games, and y'all saying he got 1 game, 1.
So the month of October just don't count.
Bama, this is what I don't understand. He played versus the Commanders and the Raiders and dominated both of those games. That's who he played. Dominated those games. You give him credit for that. What did he do versus the Bills? What did he do versus the Chargers? What did he do versus the Broncos?
Can't you say the same thing with Drake May versus Pittsburgh?
I agree, but Drake May on the year still play better than him. I don't think the Patriots, if you look at DVOA, Trey, the Patriots are the worst 11-2 team in DVOA history.
I know. I believe it. Their strength of schedule is horrible.
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm so sick of this, y'all. I really am so sick of this. Bama, was I not saying before the season started, if Mahomes doesn't have another year where he's the best quarterback in the league, there needs to be a conversation? Didn't I tell you that before the year started?
Yeah, but
I just said it. I'm just for the audience. No,
yes.
Just for the audience. Did I not say that?
Yes.
I said he had now played Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen in the regular season for 2 years. But what happened is this year, both of them been mid this year. That's the only saving grace for Mahomes this year. If Lamar had a year like last year and was playing like this year, if Josh Allen had the year last year that he had this year, come on, Trey, at least be honest with your boy. I got your back. When Bama slandered your name, I had your back. Have my back for what?
Oh my gosh, bro! I'm not slandering y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, bro. My favorite too, bro. Like no.
Yeah, well, whatever. Now he didn't cool down. Now that's what he wants.
Nah, bro. See, Trey, you know it's all love with you, Trey.
Nah. It's hate.
No,
it's hate,
really
Trey.
that's
he
crazy,
hates your
bro.
guts.
That's
Trey, he
wild,
said
that's
you
wild,
are a TikTok highlight watcher. You don't even watch
you,
film.
Swiper. I say you.
You don't even watch film.
You, Swiper, but you want to drag Trey to this. Trey not
drag. No, you said both of us.
You want to drag Trey.
You said both of us.
We know Trey like the most favorite panelists up here, bro. Like
I'm so sick of this. No, but this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. He outplays who in the biggest moment? Bo Nix outplayed him in the biggest moment this year. Justin Herbert outplayed him in the biggest moments this year. Dak Prescott outplayed him in the biggest moment this year. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened.
That is true in the big habits, but I feel like we have a short-term memory about Patrick.
That's what Josh Allen outplayed in the biggest moment this year. That's what happened. That's 4 games.
But bro, this team is.
Oh, y'all are sick. I'm so sick of y'all. I knew you would do this. We went into the year and I told y'all if he does this again, y'all gonna make excuses. And here Bama is. Bama, play your music in the background, Bama. Matter of fact, Bama, don't do it. I got you, Bama. Let me play your music.
Bounce on it. Is bad.
Bounce on it. Bounce on it.
Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown.
Bounce on it. Bounce on it.
His best receiver.
Bounce on it. Trey, Trey, you ain't exempt either. You ain't exempt either.
I can't change.
You ain't exempt either. You ain't exempt either. You ain't exempt either. Make noise. Welcome. Bounce on it.
Take me off of here.
That's all this is.
What is so crazy, Swiper?
I'm so sick of y'all.
You talking about loafing.
I'm so sick of y'all,
and
bro.
the best player on his defense was called loafing.
Rasheed Rice is a top 12 receiver, I heard, going into the season. He came back. They still lost. They still suck versus good teams. Look at it. We just know he's the best in the league, Swiper. You don't have to do it. You don't have to show up and show it. We just know you are. That's garbage. When you in a rap game, this is what. Matter of fact, Trey. You know what Mahomes fans are? Drake fans.
Don't do that.
You know why? You know why? Because Drake, he has the most. He sells the most records. He has the most followers. And when K-Dot showed up and mopped him, everybody's like, "Well, look at the numbers. Look at the number." Y'all Drake fans. Patrick Mahomes fans are Drake fans. That's exactly who you are. No matter what he does, no matter what he does, he's gonna be the best.
Football, bro. Don't bring Drake into this. Right?
Nah, are you a Drake fan too, Trey?
Yes.
Makes sense. You got mobbed. Hey, Bama, what do you say? What do you say? 69 guys, 69 guys, 69 guys.
Drake low-key won that, though. Drake low-key won.
Oh, here you go.
He did. Hey, when you really listen to it, Drake won it, bro.
Yeah, Drake really won that. I ain't gonna lie. Drake low-key won that, though.
Look at this guy.
Drake won.
He won that.
God saw it. He said Drake won. Stop it. Drake, his career ain't been the same since. Ain't been the same since.
Nobody listen to Kendrick. You ain't listening to Kendrick.
Nobody listens to Kendrick. All right, y'all.
Hey,
what he say?
Still listening to
great show, y'all. Hey, Bam, put your dukes up. Great show, y'all. Great show, Trey. See y'all on the other side. Hey, we out, man. Drake won it. Oh.